Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. We got some new fabric mail today, and so we're going to open it up and see what's inside. So this week's fabric mail is from Sahara Fabrics, also known as Diaper Sewing Supplies. She is probably my main source for, most of the fabric that I used for my business for the longest time, especially my solid cotton lycra. She has pretty much every color that you could ask for, and so I almost exclusively use Sahara Fabrics, otherwise known as Diaper Sewing Supplies, for almost all my solid cotton lycra. So let's open it up and see what she sent me today. I'm so excited. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, we did it. There's another package. Okay. Oh good, this one's not sealed. Oh. Ooh. Ooh, goody. Oh goody. Oh goody. Llamas! We got llamas today. Oh my goodness, look how cute! Oh, I'm freaking out. They're so adorable. Look at those llamas. It must be summer. The llamas are out. Oh, those are so cute. And then we have a coordinating panel. Oh, this is cute. If I could squeeze something for myself out of this, because that is darling. Let's see them together. We can do this. We can do this. There we go. So you can kind of see the green on the panel matches. What is going on? Oh my god. There we go. The green on the panel matches the cacti on the fabric. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. I love it. Let's see. What are we gonna make with this? I know that I want to do, I've been making a lot of these little bloomer things for summer, and they're so cute. They're these little bloomers from, well, they're called Bummies, from Brindle and Twig, and they actually came out last year, and for some reason I wasn't as in love with them then, but this year I can't get enough of them. I am making them constantly, and I think this would be so cute as those. And then this matching shirt, I want to see if I can make something small out of this, but this panel's pretty big, so I don't know. We'll see. But that's it. Oh my goodness. How cute is this? I can't wait. We are going to throw this in the wash and we will be back. Hi everyone. We are back. I have washed and cut out our cute little llama outfit. And I was cutting it out. I decided that I actually wanted to do a hooded sleeveless onesie with regular bummies. I think it's going to be really darling, and I'm super excited to show you what I got in mind. So you can see how nicely our panel fit on the onesie front here. I'm using the Eeny Miny Mo pattern from Peekaboo Patterns. I really like their onesie. I use it for all my onesie stuff. My hoodsies, my onesies, anything that ends with Z's. And so got all that stuff cut up. I have not done a sleeveless version of them yet, and so this will be the first one, and we'll see how it looks today. I'm really excited. Alright, so let's get started. I think that I'm going to first start by making our hood. We're going to do the llamas on the outer, and then I have this really cute gray and white stripe print, again from Sahara Fabrics, and this is part of their yarn dyed stripe line. And if you don't know what that means, it means that the actual yarn that they use to make the fabric is dyed, and one of the best things about that is that it means that the stripes are on both sides. It's not just printed on the front side, and then it also means that when you're cutting your stripes, you're not going to have them just skewed slightly when you're trying to cut even with the grain, which can happen a lot with printed stripes, and it's a personal pet peeve of mine. And so I love yarn dyed stripes because you never have that problem. They're the stripes are woven in or knitted in with the fabric, and so they're always even and very easy to work with, and her stripes are great quality. So enough talking, let's have some fun. Oh my goodness, I love that. That's so cute. Look at that. And then as always, I'm going to go through and top stitch our hood. I use a twin needle. You can see my 2 rows of thread there. And I have stretch thread in my bobbin as always. So we're going to go ahead and top stitch this. So we have that top stitch. You can see how nicely that lays when you take the extra time to top stitch your hood. It lays so much flatter. It's just worth it. I sometimes try to get away without doing it, but every time I regret it. All right, now we are going to sew the we're going to sew the onesie together at the shoulders. That's what they're called. I knew that. Then what I like to do is I fold the onesie in half right there, line up your shoulder seams, and I notch, a very tiny little notch, because this is a 1/4 inch seam allowance, so you don't want to go too far, the center back and the center front, and that's where the hood will be attached to. Alright, and then I always start at the back because I like my serger overlap to be at the back of the neck. Something else I always do is I'll trim close to the serger, and then I'll pull my looper threads just a little bit tight until it kind of pulls itself like that, and that's how I lock my overlap so that you don't have any loose threads. I'm going to go and trim any other threads that are trying to stay on there. Oh, scissors are so dull. Okay. So then usually what I would do is at this point I would attach the sleeves and then I would sew the side seams. But since we're doing a sleeveless thing, I'm going to go ahead and sew the side seams, and we'll attach the arm bands after that. Alright, let's take a look at what we got so far. Oh goodness, this is cute! Oh, I love it! How cute is this? Oh, love that. So I went ahead and I ironed the sleeve bands right here, and I don't think I'm going to actually have to top stitch it. I think that it's actually really cute the way it is. I think that's really darling. And so we're going to move on to the leg bands. And so what I decided to do for the leg bands is I actually changed my mind, and I thought that doing the stripes that we have inside the hood would be really, really cute. I mean, just look at that. That's going to be darling. Ah. So again, fold them in half, notch your center point, do the same thing with the other one. Now, I do always top stitch my leg bands. Always, always. Because I like how they look better when I top stitch them. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Again, you're always going to want to use a twin needle or a stretch stitch or a cover stitch machine if you're lucky enough to have one. Because this is going to be getting a lot of wear and tear. And you want to make sure that it has as much stretch as possible. So I'm going to use my twin needle with the stretch thread in the bobbin. Alright, you can see how much better that looks. You can see how much flatter that lays. Keep holding it up by the hood. We'll just do that. There, that's better. Look at how cute. Oh my word, this is going to be adorable. Alright, so then you see where on the onesie it starts to curve up. We're going to be putting a little bit of interfacing. I tend to use medium weight Pellon, P-E-L-L-O-N brand interfacing. I found that it works best. You do want 2 layers for your snaps. So you're going to want 2 layers of fabric and 2 layers of interfacing. Otherwise your snaps will pull through and tear the fabric. So since this is going to fold up like this, there's our 2 layers of fabric. I just put a whole layer of interfacing on that whole piece so that when it's folded, it creates 2 layers of interfacing. This is what I've found to be the strongest for being really secure for the snaps. I get mine from snapsource.com because I've found that they're a whole lot easier to pry apart than the cam metal snaps. I'll link that down in the description below. They are CPC compliant. They have lead certifications. You can use them for your business. And also bonus, they have a bunch of different colors as well, which is a lot of fun if you want to go ahead and match. I never do. I keep 2 colors on hand. I keep the standard silver metal and like brushed aluminum, I think, or maybe nickel. I can't remember. It's a dark brown color, copper. So I'm going to go ahead and apply interfacing to this section here on the front and the back, and I will be back. All right, you can see that's nice and top stitched. I'm double checking, make sure I caught all my edges. Yep. Okay. So the last step on the little. Let's look at it first. Oh, this is so cute. Oh, that's adorable. So the last step is going to be to add the snaps. But before we do that, I want to go ahead and sew up our little bummy bloomer thingamabobs to go with it. 3 seams, that's it. And then you attach the elastic. Now the pattern, I believe, the way that the instructions go is they tell you to go ahead and make an elastic casing and then thread your elastic through, which is great if you want to do that. But personally, I much prefer to serge my elastic to the garment itself and then just fold it over and top stitch. And I'll show you how to do that today because that is my personal preference. So to do the elastic waist that I was talking about, you cut your piece of elastic and you sew it at the ends before you attach it. So I'm going to go ahead and sew that on my sewing machine. Alright, so we have all our little circles of elastic. And so for this one, what I usually do is I'll take a Sharpie and instead of notching my elastic, because I don't want to, destroy the elastic too early, I will mark on each end with my permanent marker. And then I will notch on the fabric still. And I'll just line up my marker with the notches. I have finished attaching the elastic to the bummies. You can see here and on the waistband. I've just serged it, and now what we're going to do is we're going to fold it down like so, And I'm going to again pin probably about 4 times around the around each side, and then we're going to top stitch it with a stretch stitch, and that will be it for the bummies. Alright, so we have top stitched those little bummies. You can see how cute that looks with the elastic around the legs and the waist. Next and last, what we are going to do is attach the snaps to our onesie, and then I think that that will be it. Alright, we have attached our snaps. You can see how cute this looks. You can see the hood. Oh, I'm so happy with how this came out. This is absolutely adorable. And then, got our little matching bummies to go with it. How cute is that? Oh, I can't wait to put it on. Alright, that is it for this week. Thank you so much for joining us. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below if you have any questions about what you saw here today. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any future videos. Bye!